Good evening, we're live. Hello to everybody who comes by, and hello to everybody who may or may not watch and or listen to the replay. If you are using my content, my voice, my image, my audio, my video, or any of my pictures, or if you are putting down myself or anyone who appears in my stream, you do not have permission, and that is just plain wrong, and I ask for legal reasons as well as moral. Please stop. Hello, Brenda J. How are you, darling? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I got a little something for you, darling. If you're good enough for Richie, you're good enough for me, baby. Come on in. Thank you for being here. Remember, hashtag no fear. Please spread that far and wide. This is not a time for fear from any source here on the tubes or out in the world at large. Remember to keep helping those people, no matter what we're being told, Brenda, and pray on. That's right. Good to see you, Margie. Hello, Cousin Margie. Cousin Margie, meet Brenda. Brenda, meet Cousin Margie. It says Margie Jones, but we call her Cousin. Never fear. That's right, Brenda. That's right. That's absolutely right. Good to see you. Just chill out. We're going to do another drawing on the black Strathmore paper this evening. We're going to have fun with our art, as is tradition. Thank you all for being here. Yes, just settle back and relax, and soon we'll get started. It won't take me very long tonight. I don't know what I'm going to draw, but it'll happen right there on that paper. Well, hello, Bobby. How you doing, Bobby? What's going on? Brenda, please meet Bobby. Bobby, meet Brenda. Brenda, excuse me, I can't even talk. Brenda, dear. Bobby is my BFF best friend of 40 plus years. Please meet each other. Bobby, meet Brenda. Brenda's a friend from Richie's World. Thank you, Brenda. Now I understand just because you are in blue, that doesn't obligate you in any way, shape, or form, but thank you so much for being here, and I hope you can join in every now and then, and I know you're a good person to have in blue. I've known you for quite a while. So thank you. Yes, Brenda, yes. I think if you got at least a few years under your belt, that's saying something, and that can grow. But that takes a lot of work, and that takes trust, that takes honesty, that takes vulnerability and accountability, and it takes forgiveness and the willingness to forgive, and many other things, as any good relationship of any way, shape, or form should be built on love and good positive things. Hello, Gomez. How are you, dear? Come on in. I love you, Gomez. I'm not mad at you for you say what you want to say, Gomez. I love you. Thank you for coming in, Gomez. Brenda, that was quite the stream tonight. Woo-wee! I liked that guy that Richie had on. That was good stuff. I was busy there, man. There were trolls all over the place. Pow, pow, pow. They all got hit. Oh, well, Gomez, you make sure you take care of yourself, and love and prayers to you. Yeah, wowee, Brenda. Wasn't that a good time? We had a great crowd there. I was there. Mike Decker was there. It was a good time. I like it when we get to mod together. He doesn't have as many mods on RFB2, I don't think. But, yeah, Andrew was there. Fool Me Not was there. It was a good time. Honda Rosa was there. Yes, love and prayers. Stoner, I just caught your replay. Well done, sir. I'm sorry I didn't make it. I was this time instead of Mr. Deckers. My excuse tonight was Richie from Boston, my favorite YouTuber of all time. Thank you, Stoner, for having a great stream. I'm sorry I missed it. but I did watch it, and I left you a thumbs up and a comment because I love you, Stoner. Have no fear. And thank you, Stoner, for being respectful about other people's beliefs. Of course, we were in another stream together today, and I just want to let you know I appreciated what you had to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Gomez. I love you. Have something warm to drink. Hot broth, hot soup, hot tea, hot cocoa, something. Take care of yourself. Sean Cody, there's my digital red rose. Thank you so much, Stoner. Yes, it was, for the most part, a good one. Any issue I might have had, I took it up privately, of course, and not publicly. So, thank you. Thank you all for... Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys are here. There's another one of my most favorite guys in the whole wide world. Jim Adams. You're too good for me, Jim Adams, but I love you anyway. Hi. All right. Jim just went through an earthquake in Utah, 5.4, I believe, yesterday. So lots of love and prayers to Jim and his family out there in Utah. Got flooding going on here, Mr. Adams. Some bridges washed out, and it's getting crazy. Brenda, I'm not sure yet. I just kind of, just happens as it happens. I hang out for a little bit, listen to some music, and chill with you guys, and then in a little bit, I'll get started. I promise it won't take me long. Whatever comes out, comes out. Whatever the good Lord wants me to draw, Brenda, is what happens, so you never can tell. Oh, Brenda, I gotta show you something. Let's show everybody what we did last night. Okay, first of all, Brenda, this is a picture of someone we all know. Have a look, Brenda. Recognize that guy? The ranting, raving, chemtrail evidence gathering photo ninja with a Nikon P900. Bighorn Mountain Sky King of Worland, Wyoming. Brenda, who is it? None other than our good friend and fellow mod for Richie. Who might it be? Brenda? There you go, Mike Decker. That's beautiful, Brenda. I love it. I'm going to screenshot that. There you go. And then here's what I drew for Mr. Decker last night. I had a great time in his stream. I get to mod for him, too. Thank you, Brenda. And that is up on my Zazzle, along with some other artwork I've done of him. I did an oil painting of him and his dog, Stony Bear. He has that. He loves it. And some other Decker art and Richie art are on the Zazzle as well. Don't worry about buying anything, anybody, but it's a good place to look at some of my artwork. It's kind of like a gallery, only you can make merchandise with the art that's there. So I don't have the link. If one of my mods can get it, great. But all you got to do is go to Zazzle, look for Nez Lover. I'm the only one there, and you'll find it. You'll find that picture. You can get a mug or a t-shirt or whatever, you know. But this is... I had such good energy and a good time with Mike's stream. And this is for Mike, Brenda. I will mail these drawings to him here soon. God willing, they'll make it to him. His birthday's in May. So, yeah. Brenda, I just drew this thinking of him. It just came out. And I get the feeling Mike will recognize where that is when he looks at it. I have no place in mind, but I'll bet you he knows a place just like that. So everybody's up to speed. Everybody meet Brenda. She's another friend from Richie from Boston. And hopefully a Mike Decker peep as well. Yes. You go to both, don't you, Brenda? I think you do. But this was such a beautiful piece last night. I wanted to share it again. And Brenda, I'm glad you got to see it. Yeah, I hope you stay a while, you know, Brentar. But if you got to write, we understand. Thank you, Margie, for posting that. Thank you, Brenda. But that's okay, Jim. I'm glad you came here. And for the moment, Brenda, when we have Jim Brentar and Jim Adams up in this Nez Studios, they combine to make Super Jim. So if you hear that thrown around, that's why. Super Jim at the moment is in the house. Thank you so much. Your birthday's May 10th. Oh, cool, Brenda. If you want a Mike Decker drawing, let me know. I've also got Richie artwork. One of these days, we're going to work on touching up the Richie t-shirt that Richie loved the design and said it was sweet. I've got to take a Sharpie and darken it up a little bit because I wear it all the time. And now that times are what they are, it's more than ever appropriate to wear the Richie shirt. So, and you can see that design also on the Zazzle Brenda. So, and you can get your own Richie shirt with that same design. But mostly I just want people to go look and tell me what you think. It's a chance to, kind of like in a gallery, only you can make your own gifts. So, 2 Tims in my chat. What Tims? Are there Tims in my chat? I don't see. Oh, Jim. You must Jim. Yeah, Jim. I'm sorry. Yes. Damn those. Not damn, but you know. Well, hello, David. Good day. That's okay, Brenda. I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking, I know some Tims. I'm like, which Tims are... Hey, Lorley. How you doing, honey? Good to see you. Well, Ms. Johnson, just pray, don't worry. Worrying gets nobody anywhere, but can get you good places a lot faster. And worrying is not a place that anybody needs to be. Hashtag no fear. Everybody spread that around far and wide. Hashtag no fear. Simply because there's no reason for fear or panic or anything like that. That won't help anybody. Welcome. We've got a stream. We've got a few more minutes and then I will start. We'll give it a few more minutes, and I don't have a big piece of paper tonight, so I don't think my drawing's going to be taking too long. Thank you one and all for being here. I really appreciate it. Now bear in mind, by being in my stream, you do take the chance of certain people taking my stream, screenshotting, stealing my material, my video, my audio, and any of your context, and putting it in their own video, taking everything out of context and for their own design without permission. So I'm just warning you now. You know, hopefully that won't be a concern anymore, but it has happened many times in the past. And I'm just telling you now, if you happen to see your name and screenshot somewhere with your comments, that would be why. I'm just telling you now. But that's nothing to be afraid of. We're not the ones engaging in anything we need to be ashamed of. And we're not hurting anybody. We're not coming out of anger, hate, or manipulation. And we're abiding by the terms of service, are we not? Taking people's material is not abiding by the terms of service, last I knew. I don't know all the legalese in the world, but I'm willing to bet that's not good. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. Love to you too. Let's get started. Let's put our beautiful picture for Mr. Decker here. Sorry about the crappy lighting. Sorry about that. And my hand's going to be in the way. Let's shove you over to the side. 1 and 2 mods, you know what to do. For those of you who don't know, Brenda's a friend of mine from Richie. I've been drawing a lot of nature, Brenda, since this is your first night here as part of the mod squad. It's been a little while since I'm sure you've been in here before, dear. I'm sure you have. I just I can't quite remember. But we've been going on drawing kick, drawing whatever comes out. And a lot of nature pictures have been happening. And the channels we're supporting this week, our own Jim Adams. Please show him lots of love and support. And also, Breaking the Shell, our friend Tim, one of the Tims I was talking about. I was freaking out and going, oh, would Tim show up? He was just here recently. God bless him. Another good channel. Yes, my name is Marisa. See, it's Marisa. You don't have to. We need people who watch and support to get love and support as well. Because if it wasn't for you, us content creators would be talking to ourselves. So show extra love and support to those who don't create content or not very much and are always there for you in your streams and in the comment sections. Those people are precious and priceless, and treat them as such, please. Thank you. I appreciate mine. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you so much. Mr. Decker did just drop a video, so anybody interested, please show him lots of love and support. Who's Mr. Decker? There he is right there. Thank you for posting those links, Jim Adams. Thank you. Leah, hello, Leah. Good to see you. David, it's nice to share the love. If somebody's being supportive of you, even if you're not so much into the other person's content, at the very least, you can leave a comment, you can leave a thumbs up, you can share their stuff out to other people. There's something you can do. You know, there's always some way to be positive. Good to see you, Leah. Hi there. Thank you, Brenda. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're enjoying me having fun with my art. I really enjoy working with the softer charcoals on the black Strathmore paper. It's very, very soothing. Good to see everybody. Thank you so much. I should put Mr. Decker right here. Like he's cheesing it up for the camera. I could make it look like this is Mr. Decker right here, but we're not going to do that tonight. Maybe another night. Brenda, it just flows, honey. It just flows. I'm very blessed to be able to express myself in this way. It's been this way all my life. So I'm very thankful. Okay, darling. Thank you for showing up, Brenda. Lots of love. Keep on praying. Keep that full armor on, my dear. And God willing, we'll see you again here real soon. Everyone say good evening to Brenda. All right, Brenda, and if you need to email me, it's mariesalou71@gmail.com. I don't mind sharing that out. I get all kinds of stuff in my email, so that's one for the public to use. And I do go through everything, so if it takes me a little while, please forgive me. But Brenda, there's a way to get a hold of me right there, dear. Lots of love to you. Be safe, and Brenda, hashtag no fear, spread it far and wide. That's what people need to hear right now, is to not give in to fear. Because that doesn't take us anywhere good, does it? Good seeing you, honey. Don't forget to show Mike Decker some love. Everyone say good night to Miss Brenda. Thank you, Cousin Margie. I appreciate that. Well, hello, Ox. Good to see you. Come on in. I'm just camping by the woods here. We'll have to get out the other charcoal pencil to add a little more depth to this. I do miss being able to go out into the woods. I'm not afforded that opportunity as much as I'd like. My daughter's, a runner, and, I'm going to be 49, and I've got to say, I, certainly have trouble trying to keep up with her just, around the house, let alone letting her run outside. And I'm terrified of her just taking off and not being able to catch up with her, So I try to have, somebody else around, her dad, because I need some help with her when we're outside in open spaces, just to be on the safe side. I really don't want anything to happen and her take off, and that would be terrible. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Movie Mania, Nick, hello. Come on in. Good to see you. What is it with your horror theme, Bobby? Have I ever shown any interest? Now, I just drew one with an axe in it not too long, Bobby. Not too long ago. Are you not pleased with that? I didn't involve any blood. It was just an axe to chop wood and a stump. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. Nick, I dated somebody who was into the baseball. My grandfather was into the baseball. I'm hail from Michigan, so my home team would be the Detroit Tigers. And to answer your question, no, I'm just not into the baseball. Oh yeah, the Field of Dreams. I hate that movie, Nick. Oh, I love Kevin Costner. Don't get me wrong, but that movie, that can take a seat out in anywhere else but in Nez Studios. Yeah, we'll not be having no Field of Dreams in Nez Studios. Hashtag no fear. That's right. Yeah, if you put that movie on, I will bitch. That's right. There'll be none of that. Not my thing, Nick. I like other Kevin Costner movies, though. Kevin Costner's welcome in Nez Studios, just Field of Dreams is not. Gotta draw the line somewhere. Yeah, now the Bodyguard, now that was a good time. That was some funny, some good stuff in there. But, yeah. Field of Dreams. Bobby, didn't you go see that with me? And I was laughing out loud at other parts that people weren't laughing at necessarily. But that happens a lot. I've always been that person in the theater watching the movie who did that. Okay, we've got our cooler out here. We're 29 minutes in. Thank you. You've never seen it? Yeah, and you don't need to see it either. Okay, Nick, I won't say it. But if somebody else wants to say it, then, you know. Thank you for hanging out with me as I have fun with my art. Well, yes and no, Nick, but I love Kevin in that, so I've got to say I'll go there and watch that again. Yes, I will. Stoner, if she puts it on, I will bitch. Yeah. Stoner, I wish you could have been there. When Bobby stood there for an hour in the grocery store, both high and drunk, after we'd gotten out of the bar, looking for something to eat to take home and put in the microwave. And then she makes it and she looks at it and goes, "This is not what I wanted," or "This isn't what I want," or I don't know, but it was funny. Stoner, I watched her agonize for almost an hour in the grocery store, picking out what she wanted. I'm telling you, she got what she wanted. And somehow it changed when we got back to her apartment. I don't know what. It's not nothing. It's something. I just don't know what. But that one happened. I did. It was funny. I watched you pick out what you want, and I wasn't so far gone that that ain't true. I know what I saw. I was, but I still saw you pick out what you wanted. That part is true. Absolutely. That's why it was so darn funny. We had weird things happen to us sometimes. That wasn't the first weird thing. Yeah, what about the lighter that magically appeared in the refrigerator after we looked everywhere? And I looked in the fridge initially. I remember. I remember opening the door, looking, and there wasn't much in the fridge at that time, but there was no lighter. The next time we looked again, there it was. Good times. Thank you all for joining me tonight. "32 minutes in?" I think that was the other way round now, don't you, Bobby? The cats! Oh my God! That one time she put the cats in the bathroom and there was no hole, no vent, no nothing. That these two bigger cats, for house cats, both males, brothers, Smokey and Sugar. I still have their picture, Bobby. We'll have to draw them some night. In fact, when I find that picture, I will. I still think of them fondly. I miss them. Oh, they were great cats. Anyway, they got put in the bathroom for, kitties need to be locked up sometimes when they get naughty, or you need to keep them out of something that might, be a danger to them. Anyway, for whatever the reason, they got put in the bathroom. How long was it, Bobby, until we realized that they had gotten out? And nobody had used the bathroom, nobody opened the door, and there was no hole. It was like Houdini. There was no way for these cats to have gotten out, and darn if they weren't running around. There you go. David, thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you for coming in. Love you. Lots of love and prayers. Have a great evening, and thank you. I think this is just about done. I don't think there's much more to add. Let's have a look. Here we're just camping by the woods. There we go. David, God willing, we'll see you again. Take care. Remember, hashtag no fear. Not a time for fear. Yeah, we had pizza on the floor, and then we both watched in amazement as they came out of the bathroom. They did. That is absolutely true. Yes, feel better, David. Thank you. Wow. What do you think, Mr. Ducky? Do you like it? I think he likes it. Yes, someone, and it was just us. Was Bethany up and around and farting around with the door? No. Was she even there? Probably not. She was probably with Deweyne. That's Bobby's ex-husband, Bethany's dad. His name is Dwayne, but there's a man who's earned his name Deweyne. He could sing. I'll give him that. Yeah, Bethany wasn't there. True, but this case, there were no ducts, no vents, no holes, no nothing that these two chunky monkey tomcats could fit their fat ass through. I'm telling you. What do you think, Jim Adams? Campsite and repose? Might be what people have to do to survive with what's coming. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's what came out. I hope you guys like it. I know I haven't been camping like that in a while. I miss it. Exactly. It was just a cheap, small apartment. Bathroom was basically a box. That is true. Very true. There was no hole. There was nothing. Well, we don't imagine that there was no hole for the cats to get out of. That's true. And yet they did. And that's true. And we looked and the door was shut. Didn't we? Wasn't the door shut? I thought that was happening too. Maybe not, but I could have sworn the door was still shut when we went to go look. I think that was part of it. Either way you slice it, what'd they do? Open the door? Did one stand on the other's head and move the knob? I mean, what? Leaving the world behind in repose. Maybe Jim Adams is in there. He's got Pabst Blue Ribbon in that cooler. Jim, is that you there by the campfire? Oh, I loved Alf, too. What do you think, Jim Adams? No, we're not throwing that in there. Yeah, there we go. As Jim Adams out by the woods with his cooler full of Pabst in repose. We'll send that one to you, Jim Adams. What do you think? Fool me not, me too. I really do. And I love drawing on that black paper with the white charcoal. I was almost going to paint, but then I thought, the paper and charcoal is what's called for tonight. You can't control what slips out, and this is what slipped out. Maybe, Lorley, maybe. I'm glad you joined us, Lorley. Thank you so much. Oh, we still had fun camping, Bobby. Come on now. Thank you, Fool Me Not. But we've had some good live streams to go to, haven't we, Fool Me Not? Oh, you're switching to Keystone. Okay, you're going to change your logo, or are you going to keep the Pabst logo? I think it'd be funny if you, just for one day, put up the Blatz logo, just because. And then take it down and put your other one back up. Yes, love and prayers to Margie and her family. They just suffered a loss. I love modding with you too, Fool Me Not. Wasn't that fun? For the first hour at Mike's before he started, I was just happy as a clam. We had a good time hanging out, didn't we? I was busy at Richie's tonight. Holy cow. You're gonna keep the logo? Alright, Jim Adams, you rock on. Still do the Blatz thing just once for me, and then take it down. Just for a day. Just to say that you did it. That'd be funny. Well, Margie, he suffers no more, my dear, so rejoice. As hard as that may be. Oh, that's okay. Richie knows you love him. If I miss a stream, I always catch up with him and say, hey, sorry I missed it. He deserves that. Yeah. Had a good crowd in there tonight. Had some people in there we hadn't seen in a while, too. I didn't see Broken there tonight, but Mimi Praise was there. She was fashionably late, but that's okay. Like I said, Mr. Decker and I were there in blue. I like modding with Mr. Decker. That's fun. There you go, Margie, and that's good that his passing involved that, because not everybody gets that luxury, you know, of having loved ones around at that time, you know. And none of us know when our time is, so let's spend it a little more wisely and a little more thankfully. Remember to keep helping people no matter what you're being told. It's always the right thing to do. If possible, you know, I'm not asking anybody to put themselves out where they're going to be in danger necessarily. Sometimes you have to, you know, stand in the face of danger to help people out. But at the very least, if you can help someone at this time when they're needing something and you can help them feasibly, you know, and safely, take all the precautions you think you need to, you can still leave stuff on someone's doorstep, you know. There's a way. There's always a way to help someone if you have a mind to. And that's always the right thing to do. In any given situation, here on the tubes and out in the world. Absolutely. Mr. Decker himself was spreading the very same message in his live stream. Don't believe me? Go look at the replay. It's at the end. And if these are words that Mr. Decker can say, certainly so can we. Keep helping one another. And no fear. He even put that up and posted it when he posted comments. That one got put up. And he said it himself. Hashtag no fear. So Mr. Decker supports hashtag no fear. You bet he does. It's spreading quite far already. I'm very pleased. That's right, Leah. That's right. Beneloco! Hello, Beneloco. Everyone say hello to Beneloco. How you doing, darling? Come on in. We're going camping, Beneloco. There you go. There we are, Benny. Say hi to Mr. Decker, who also supports hashtag no fear and to keep being helpful no matter what. And this drawing I did last night for Mr. Decker, I get the feeling he'll know where that is. I don't, but I think he will. All right, Benny. All right. Thank you all for joining me. Sorry it wasn't that long of a drawing. I knew it wouldn't take long. I just felt the vibe and went with it, and there you go. Thank you very much for being here with me. I appreciate it. And I love everybody in this chat, and I love all the lurkers and all the people who watch the replay. That's You're camping in your mind. Yes, I know. We're kind of all camping right where we're at, you know, as long as quarantine and curfew and all this nonsense goes on, we're all kind of camping right where we're at. But then that's life, you know? We're not here on this earth forever. None of us know how long we've got, and can't take anything with us. So just enjoy where you are and enjoy the people around you and focus on the good people around you and focus on positive. No need to worry or be afraid. Oh, I don't know. Squatch might get into your stash, Benny. You better be putting that away somewhere or he'll come and get it. Not yet, Benny. Not yet. You've mentioned that channel before? Yeah, watch out for those too, Ox. They're creeping around. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I really appreciate it. Do they now? I didn't know that, Benny. I'll have to do my own research and see if what comes of that. They haven't stopped by here, and if that's true, I must not be on their delivery route. How do I get on that list, Benny? We are 48 minutes in. Thank you for joining me. Hey Benny, can you chat after I'm done here tonight? Well, that's excellent, my dear. Thank you so much. I've enjoyed speaking with many people here from the YouTube, and Benny is no exception. That's okay, Benny. You post whatever links you feel like posting, as long as they're good, happy, positive channels. If they're channels that have fun with their art, no matter what kind of art it may be. If they offer some good, positive humor that does not put anybody down and doesn't come from a hateful position, well, we're all for it. Oh, Ox, that's not true. Now, come on. We've had enough lies today, now, haven't we? We've had plenty of lies today from this place and that, from many sources, and we don't want any of them. That's what you said, Benny, and I will still have to go check that out. Thank you. Right, Ox. That's completely not true. I have no number like that, sir. Oh, do you? My Aussie accent, even for all the times listening to Billy, and I love the accent. Yes, I do. My mother did too. But then she liked a lot of, she was very internationally appreciative of people in different cultures and languages and stuff. That's an accent. If I had to play a part for a show, for play or something, or do a voiceover, I would have to work on the Aussie. It's a little more complicated for me. Watch where you step. Oxes are walking around, so. And oxes go where they go, apparently. Thank you again for being here with me tonight. I appreciate it. I'm glad you all got to be here and help contribute to the positive that went into this drawing tonight. This will be going to Jim Adams, one of the 2 channels we are showing love and support to and shouting out all week long here in the studios. That's Jim Adams in his tent. He's got his cooler full of Pabst. He's inside playing his guitar. Or trying to, tune up his guitar or something, maybe involving his guitar. And let's see, there's 2 logs by the fire. So, Jim Adams, who's in that tent with you, sir? Is that just an extra seat for, Sasquatch when they come? Or, well, maybe it was going to look like rain, Jim. Maybe you put the tent up because you thought the weather might be a bit rainy. Who's in the tent with you, Jim Adams? That's the $1 million question. Well, how do you know he doesn't have another cooler inside the tent, Ox? He could have more than one, and one could be in the tent with him right now. Aha! See? We don't know what's going on inside that tent. Yes, Super Jim is back in the house. Jim Brentar has been writing. He has fun with his musical art, his video art, his art, and also literary art. So he's multi-talented. Jim Brentar, this drawing is the other half of Super Jim camping. Jim Adams is in the tent, possibly with another cooler that we can't see in the picture. And love to you and Mary Kay. Absolutely. YouTube is PooTube. Wow, what a catchy name you've got there. And what have you to say, YouTube is PooTube? I'm so proud of you, Jim, for carrying on with your writing, Mr. Brentar. Well, I am swell, well, and groovy, as Brother Brad in Westphalia Chronicles VW Bus tends to say. How are you? YouTube is PooTube. Just got a little camping scene here done in white charcoal. On black Strathmore paper. Why, it's none other than our own Jim Adams, camping out in the woods, possibly with another cooler inside that tent. And he won't tell us who else is in the tent with him. It's none of our business. We don't have to know. That's half of our problem, I think, is we think we need to know things that we just don't need to know, that aren't our business, you know? Secret Agent Randy Beans. Well, hello. My. I'll pull up a log by the fire and grab a marshmallow and put it on a stick and have yourself some nice roasted marshmallows over the campfire with Jim Adams, who's probably in that tent with his other cooler. Oh, okay. Well, no coffee right now. We just had fun with our art, as we do every evening. And we're just chilling out. Well, thank you, Secret Agent Randy Beans. Oxa, I don't know who else is in that tent. That's all up for speculation. Maybe it's Bobby. Maybe Bobby's in that tent. I don't know. Maybe Jim Brentar's in the tent. Maybe the Super Jims are working on some music on their guitars inside the tent. One's firing up a big fatty, the other one's drinking the Pabst. I don't know, Jim. Maybe this picture takes place when you actually make the trip to go visit Mr. Brentar, should that ever happen. Or Mr. Adams, excuse me. I think the Brentar and the Adams need to meet. I hate beer too, Jim, really. It's just not my thing. I've got to be in the mood, and it helps if it's in like a copper mug like my grandfather had. And it's got to be super cold. Unsolicited advice. Just don't eat. Now, that's not good advice unless you're fasting. And it's okay to fast, especially for detoxifying yourself. And also for, it benefits a lot of people in their spiritual walk. I've heard lots of good things about it. My experiences have been good with it. You got to be careful, You still have to stay nourished. Yep, don't eat rocks. Good to see you, Unsolicited Advice. And remember, what do we do when we see our friend Unsolicited Advice show up in the chat? Why, we offer up our own unsolicited advice to no one in particular if we feel like doing it. If I asked for it, it would be solicited. So just throwing that out there. How are you doing, Unsolicited? What's nuts? What's the matter, Bobby? What's going on? Oh, rocks don't eat. Okay, I can't say I've ever seen rocks eating anything, so I would have to agree with you, Unsolicited. But that's not exactly advice. That's more of just a statement. See, sometimes Unsolicited has good advice, and sometimes it's not so good advice, and sometimes it's just cray-cray, and sometimes it's not advice at all. You get a broad range with Unsolicited, but usually it's good advice. I'll say you've had a good average of good advice, Unsolicited. You've got that going for you. I still say I know exactly who you are. But don't worry, I won't tell. That sounds good, Jim Brentar. Like some homemade crescent rolls with real butter. Thank you all who've been here with me to have fun with my art. We're at the hour mark. We're going to chill out for a little bit here, but not too long. I'm not going to marathon it into 14-hour long streams that I've been accused of. But we can chill out for a little bit, but I have some other things I would like to attend to this evening. A few conversations I like to have and some correspondence I need to catch up on. I can see the wisdom in the criticism, unsolicited, but why shouldn't we take compliments personally, especially if they're meant personally, about our person, about who we are, about qualities we may have. So there, again, we are shown that sometimes that advice is good, and sometimes that's okay. Your name is not good unsolicited advice. It's simply unsolicited advice. So you take what you get, you know. Pick what you can leave and take the rest, or leave the rest. Ooh. Well, Jim Brentar, that's the recipe for my famous garlic cheese biscuits that have gone over like gangbusters at every party I've ever taken them to. There's never leftovers. Garlic cheese biscuits sound really good right now. Make them in an aluminum. You make them in an aluminum pie tin, and then when you take them out of the oven and they're all melty and cheesy, you flip them over onto a plate. And it's like pull-apart bread. I would say that's true, Bobby. One person may find one way, another person may find another. Well, again, thanks for everybody who was here for me having fun with my art. This is Jim Adams camping, possibly with somebody in the tent, possibly with another cooler in there full of Pabst Blue Ribbon. We don't know. But that one's for Jim. Like a yellow starburst. Okay, unsolicited, that would be under Cray Cray. If you care to explain that, go right ahead. I'm going to turn the light off. And we'll segue into our chill evening stream. Remember to love one another even when times get tough, even when things seem impossible. If there is love there, it will show no matter what you say or do, because it's going to come out from inside of you and show in your thoughts and your words and your deeds. So if there's love there, celebrate. There's always hope. Remember to pray for one another. If you don't want to pray, please start. Look at the world around you. Is it time to pray yet? I would say yes. But if you're not ready still, please think about positive things, positive qualities, good times, good memories. Forgiveness all the way around. I'd say that's the best way to go at this point. And if you want to be forgiven, you have to forgive. So I like to be forgiven, so I forgive those who've hurt me every single day. And make sure you find someone tonight before you go to bed and tell them that you love them. What? Oh, yes, Jim Adams. Yes. I would be happy to go camping with you, Jim Adams. Absolutely. You bet I would. That's right, Minnie. We're going to hang out just for a little bit. I'm not doing too much longer. Maybe half an hour, maybe 20 minutes. But I wanted to hang out here and chill just a little bit before I say goodnight. No big, long, epic 14-hour stream tonight. Sorry. But I sure am glad you're here with me. Let's just chill for a little bit. Unsolicited, that is very true. It's always good to remember that what you put out into the world, that you direct towards people, you're going to get back at you. And it may not always be from the direction that you put it in, but life will bring it back to you. So please be careful and try to give out as much positive as you can. I'm trying to think of times that I know he's given good advice that maybe I personally wouldn't follow. I think again that's relative to the piece because I don't agree with everything that he's given. I'd have that would be relative to the piece of advice. I'd have to see an example, and I can foresee that I would agree with something that maybe I wouldn't personally use in that way. And usually when I agree, it's something that I've already seen in action and has been proven to be true, so maybe not by my own experience necessarily. Spinning and zinging. Oh, no thank you, Benny. Not tonight. I was busy today. I was there for Richie. Sammy, Studio Geek 32, tried to go live a few times and he kept having problems, the poor kid. Well, Bobby, I know enough that Unsolicited offers all kinds of advice, and not all of it good, not all of it bad. Some of it cray-cray, and some of it is just not advice at all. Some of it is just statements, so... Now, unsolicited, again, that is not advice, but that's a heck of a statement. I would agree with that statement. Well, I think my answer would be the same, Bobby. There's been times I know I've, heard good advice that had been proven and tried that maybe I just didn't follow and didn't take. You know what I mean? Now let's see. Bad decisions make good late night campfire stories. Again, that's not advice. That's just a statement. I don't know. It would depend on the decision. Maybe a bad decision would involve something terrible that you wouldn't want to say to anybody anywhere, let alone by a campfire. When it comes to advice in general, the best you can do is hear what it is or read what it is, and then just depending on the situation, if it's right for you or if it's wrong for you, that's relative to each person. I mean, nobody's perfect, so that means anybody giving advice could be making a mistake and have it wrong. We're not going to be here too long this evening. We're 1 hour and 11 minutes in. We'll just hang out for a few more minutes. I had a good stream earlier today. Thanks everyone who was a part of that. Johnny, don't call me John. That one sounded familiar. I think I know. Again, it's like a game of Clue, where it's always the same people, always with the same weapons, and always doing the same thing. Oh. Jim Adams in the tent. Again, that's not advice. But it did make me laugh. Thank you, unsolicited. Me, Jim? No, this asshole sitting right here doesn't have anything better to do, apparently, so. I just like having fun with my art and hanging out with all of you. I know, Jim. Hey, we are all an asshole to someone, okay? That's true. I believe that. Why, just as we speak. Someone somewhere is thinking of each one of us going, that asshole. Or we're all thinking of someone going, that asshole. I'll bet you. Now unsolicited. That's not very nice. That's bad advice, unsolicited. Unless you're defending yourself, and that's something you have at your disposal to squeeze in the eyes of your attacker or your assailant, I would say that's just not good advice. But if used in a self-defense fashion, that's different. Because sometimes we get attacked in life. So stand up for yourself, and if you see someone else getting attacked in any way, shape, or form, and you can do something about it, you got breath in your body, please do it. No matter who says what. Lemons sound really good. I like lemon water. Oh, Benny, that sounds lovely. Oh, Carnival Lemonade, yes. Yes, unsolicited. Now, good unsolicited advice. Well, I feel bad that Sammy's live streaming didn't quite work out because of whatever the difficulties were. I did get to be there for a moment, and so was Stoner and some other people. He just said unsolicited, Bobby. He didn't at all promise that it's nothing we haven't heard before. His name isn't new unsolicited advice that you've never heard before. It's simply unsolicited advice. Again, that's not advice. Well, except to be grateful. That part is true. Be grateful. That's good advice. And Margie, now that I know what your voice sounds like, I heard you say that in your voice. Which sounds a lot like Angel Bulldog. You guys are great, ladies. You need to talk to each other on the phone and then listen to each other sound like the other. Well, in a way, all of our lives can teach other people what to do, what not to do, how to act, how not to act, or whatever lessons could be learned. Somebody, I'm sure, could watch any of our lives and learn any number of things, because none of us are perfect. And we learn and grow, hopefully, by living life and making mistakes and hopefully changing some things to not make those same mistakes over and over again. Sometimes that takes a while. Move to William Adams. Jim Adams, you are fired up tonight, sir. Keep calm, Jim Adams. There's nothing anyone can ever do to rob you of your joy. That only happens if you let that happen. And I choose not to let that happen. Oh, well, Jim, I still love you. Thank you once again for hanging out with me. I really appreciate that, especially now, being under quarantine and curfew. Please don't be afraid. Hashtag no fear. And please keep helping one another out, no matter what anybody else might be saying about that. It's always the right thing to help someone if you can. Well, Ox. You might have to go to CERN to find something like that, Ox. Secure. You had to secure the lettuce. Wow. How often do you see the word secure and lettuce in the same sentence? I ask you. Harbor Freight. I haven't looked at a Harbor Freight catalog in a while. think there's one of those stores here now. That's a good place to go if you can still make it to a Harbor Freight. Please do. I know, but they also have some other things that come in handy in emergency, you know. Yeah, is it getting quite to be a military operation just to go to the grocery store? I'm sure it is. People being out there being panicked and scared and hoarding and whatnot. You should get some footage of that, Bobby. Document it. And show us all what it's like, where you're at. People need to share this experience with one another. People need to share more with one another and communicate more and reach out. Do it while you can. No, but then you can just rinse it right off, Ox, and just use it again, right? Wow, you got a loaf of bread. Wow. Yeah, tactical maneuvers. Lettuce, turnip, and pea. That's right, Jim. Boy, that's an oldie. That dates us a bit, doesn't it? So, despite a few bumps in the road and a few unpleasantries here and there, it was still a good day and still a lot to be thankful for. 9 p.m. curfew here in quarantined Illuminati, creepy-ass Newark, Ohio. Why, Ox? I forget what time, since I guess some people still are allowed to go to work. I think maybe like 6, 7 in the morning or something. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that. I mean, I'm here with Diana, so that doesn't necessarily affect me directly. I know, Jim. And it's gonna go on. Yeah, there's still some things, you know, that go on that people go to work for. Not all the restaurants have been closed down. There's a few restaurants that are staying open, and some of them are offering free meals for children and things like that. Now, I don't know what the status of those places are today, but when this started happening, that was true. But from day to day, honestly, I don't know what's left that's open right now. Yep. They've already been shutting down state lines, and military's already been being sent out. Right. Hashtag no fear. Even if it isn't over in a few weeks. Especially then, hashtag no fear. We may disagree on how we got here and got to this state of affairs all across the world. But it's still all happening to each and every one of us. Make no mistake. And it's still very much important to not be afraid and to still reach out and help one another whenever you can, no matter who says what or thinks what. It's okay to stand up for yourself, especially in these times. And it's okay to stand up for other people. Well, now unsolicited, there we go. That would fall in the kind of cray-cray, I don't know about that one category. I can't say someone's eyebrows has a thing to do with whatever kind of advice they might give. We are 1 hour and 30 minutes in. I'm going to say good night. Thank you. You know what to do. Love one another. Even when it's rough, seems impossible. There's love there. It'll show eventually, one way or another. You can't help that. You're not supposed to help that. You're supposed to encourage it. No matter what the cost. No matter who thinks what. Keep on praying if you're praying, people, and if you haven't prayed before, it might be the time to start. I'm just saying. Don't knock it till you try it. Remember the good times. Now more than ever, memories are one of the only things we've got. So try to remember the good memories. No bad thing that comes along can take those away from you. You know, unless you get struck with amnesia or Alzheimer's or something like that. Barring stuff like that. I think you get the gist of what I'm saying. While you can, focus on good, happy memories. And forgiveness all the way around. Please. It's better than dragging around negative baggage with you. It's just not necessary, and it's not good for anybody. And do find your love victim for tonight. Tell somebody somewhere that you love them. Do it before you go to bed. Thank you guys. You have a great evening. God bless. Hashtag no fear. Spread it far and wide. Every live stream, every chat, every comment, every video, everywhere you go out in the world. And keep helping those people no matter what anybody says. I love you. Talk to you soon, God willing. Bobby, I just had to say that because I'm like, oh crap, there's reasons people can lose their memory, but if you have the memory to use, please think of the good times. You guys have a great night. Remember to keep doing your own research. I've got plenty of research of my own to keep doing, and keep looking around you on tubes and around you out in the world. Stay aware. Stay safe. I love you. Good night.